Run the Jewels is up here, you know, and then I just came in off of Oh My Darling.
Yup.
Yeah.
And I also did a crazy Outkast mix, you know what I'm saying? All the classics, and of course, you know, the whole world won a Grammy. Do people remember that?
I got a Grammy?
Yeah, do people respect
people
that?
who really like me and people who don't like me that I remind them that they ain't shit. Like on Twitter, fuck Killer Mike, he's not relevant. I just like tweet out a picture of my Grammy and me holding my dick.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is also golden.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, you know, LP, you know, you got the company flow background, man. Like, you've been out here forever.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah.
First of all, I want to know, how the fuck did you guys meet, man? Like, we are at a strip club?
You know, a white person.
We had a friend in common.
You know somebody white.
We had a friend in common. Jay's white?
Yeah, Jay white as a mother. Jay somebody white.
I mean, these days, we don't know who's white anymore.
No
with
one
that
knows
check at
anymore,
NAACP, man. We don't know who's white or black, man.
It's true. We met through a friend who works at Cartoon Network, basically. Yeah. And like he signed Mike to do, he had this William Street Records.
Yeah.
And he signed Mike, and Mike was, and he was like, Mike, I want you to make the record that you always wanted to make. And Mike was like, I always wanted to make, like, you know, America's Most Wanted, my version of America's. And so he started talking about the Bomb Squad, and he was like, well, you should meet LP on some beat shit, you know? So that's
he actually's like, I want you to make a record where you can say anything you want.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that's exactly what I said. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm for real. I was like, Jay, you work for Cartoon Network. He said, I don't give a care. We're not.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, you can say anything. And then we had the idea to do maybe a few producers, but the Bomb Squad influence was huge. He's like, you need to meet L. I got in with L first. After the first day of recording, I called Jason DeMarco. And was like, you got to figure out how to make me help LC. He has to make this whole album.
That's crazy. That's
like
like
Art aggravated L for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So you guys combining, you guys are reborn into this new entity here.
Yes, like becoming Christians, only without all the stopping sex and drugs and shit.
Yeah.
We're born again.
And it's kind of crazy. Like, you went from, like, weren't you signed with TI too? You were signed with Hustle Gang?
Yeah, Hustle Gang was Tip is, I mean, that's still my family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Tip is just this. Tip, if you're a hard-working artist and he sees talent in you, and
he'll kidnap you.
Yeah, and he'll help you platform yourself. Like, look at Troy. He helped Troy platform himself, and that's a beautiful thing. Doe B, who's gone, and Tip still makes sure that the world does not forget. R.I.P. Doe B, Hustle Gang forever. Like, that just means everything to me. So, yeah, he was like, bro, you could have came over here anytime. And he really helped put together the album that set up for rap music, and that was Pledge. It was the third installment of the Pledge series. So.
What about LP, man? Like, the Nas thing, like, how did that come about? Like, was it LP? Like,
no, that was basically like
because he's white now. I don't know. Nas is white right now.
Nas is the fucking man.
Legend right there.
Nas
super
legend.
legend.
And Nas actually came out on our show the other night in Brooklyn.
Yeah, how was that, man? He just
it was amazing, legendary.
What?
I mean,
I was surprised too. I didn't even tell nobody.
Yeah, we
L turned into the best hype man in the world.
Ever.
I turned into one of those girls who manages to get on stage and doesn't say anything. I was just dancing like, oh shit, no.
I had the ad-libs, man. I had him.
Killed
I had him.
You killed it.
I mean,
you was like a white little C's.
Yeah, that's what my business card says.
Shouts out to Caesar.
We know the Nas connection came from through Mass Appeal. That was, you know, we connected with them for the record. Nas is obviously a part owner of Mass Appeal, and he's just been really supportive. And you know, obviously we grew up listening to, you know, Illmatic, and you know, and It Was Written, and all his classic records, Godson, and all that. And so it was a big deal for us to get to know him. I mean, shout out to Nas. He had a big effect on, I think, anybody really from our era who was growing up and wanted to be a rapper. Nas really set the bar. And
he's a god.
Permanently, you know. So,
So he sprinkled y'all with his historical energy.
He
too.
showed love.
That's
man.
crazy,
man.
And
I think
South by Southwest and Coachella, like, you guys are like murdering.
Oh, we here to be here. We ain't here to bullshit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we here to be here.
How do you have time to even be up here, man? You just came from like Europe.
They said it was Whoo Kid show. We thought it was gonna be titties and champagne and girls. Fooled us with that one.
That's a little later,
what a porn star. Like, I came for a purpose.
This is bullshit.
What the hell are we doing? It's a goddamn Saturday. We're here with you.
I'm writing a strongly worded email.
Yeah, straight up
to my management.
Yo, that Haitian tricked us.
This video is amazing, man. Like,
thank you.
You know, like you got to explain like the message behind it because.
Shouts out to A.G. Rojas.
Yeah, who's that actor? The cop. That's
do you ever see Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah, that's him, right?
That's Nucky's brother.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Eli he plays Eli on Boardwalk Empire.
This is like the longest cop and assailant fight ever.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah,
it's not real, and that's what we presented. You know, I think a lot of people didn't quite understand the.
No, I understood it.
No, I know
you.
Yeah, but there were people that didn't, and they thought that we were portraying an unrealistic balance of power. You know, but the reality of it is what we were trying to get at, what the director was trying to get at, and what we backed was the idea of this perpetual cycle, this purgatory. You know, this metaphorical purgatory, and at the end of the day, you just see this repetitive, tragic thing over and over again. And the video starts, and then you realize that it just loops back. At the end of the video, you know, it happens again, and it's like it's mythology. You know?
What's really crazy is that the only people who really pushed back or didn't get it were people who were on the extremes, on their fringes. Like, as I was getting assaulted on Twitter, it was either like pro everything Fox News extremist white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, like, you know, you don't show that the cop was, and he should have been obeying the law. They didn't even know if the kid had actually did anything.
It's like, yo, we're artists. It's not our job. It's not our job.
You know what I mean? They were just like, he should have stopped him. Just like, you know, it's not real. It's video. Yeah. And the other side was like my pro-black brothers and sisters. Like, it's an unfair representation of the real power. And I'm just like, you guys really don't get it. Like, what it's saying is that, like, there are cops that are just genuinely exhausted with enforcing this policy. As a black man, I'm exhausted with being afraid of cops, and it's just a cycle that we all refuse to break because we arguing points, and we end up in that purgatory.
Showing that, you know, just that implies that there is something else at work there. Yeah. There's something that is putting people in that position.
Exactly,
and that's the truth. The truth of the matter is that there's something above, though, that incident, those people, that is putting them there. People don't wake up every day and say, you know what, I'd like to get harassed, or you know what, I'd like to harass. But sure, maybe some motherfuckers do, but that's not the origin. The origin is that there's something driving it, and it's much bigger, and that's why we approached it like a metaphor. We're not here to show you, we're artists. So we weren't here to show you the exact representation of the truth. We were here to try and stimulate an idea, you know, show you an interpretation.
And that's the word of the day, stimulate, because what they want you to do, like stand in front of a car with rims and rap.
Yeah. Or worse yet, we can't remake every rage video. I can't remake my burn or pressure videos. Like, we're not in the business of selling you faux revolution over and over again. You know, that's not what we're in the business. We're in the business of doing dope art, making dope statements that mean something when we feel compelled to, and about saying stupid shit like dick in your mouth all day. You know, because as a man, after the revolution, it'd be nice to get some head.
And real shit, something that we will never do, is we'll never treat the audience as though they aren't smart enough to understand what we're doing.
Exactly.
We'll never do that. We'll never spoon feed you. It's like, look, you know, we actually will risk some people not understanding it.
We'd rather
rather than just pretend that we have to, you know, give you some simple version of something that you already, you know. We're not here to preach to the choir. We're here to add to something, you know, add to the conversation, not to reiterate the conversation that everybody is already having ad nauseum back and forth with each other. You know.
So what you think about that white lady Rachel?
Oh man, that's it. Let me just add to that.
Run the Jewels has a song about the white lady Rachel.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't black, bitch. You ain't black, bitch.
Yeah. And then my verse is like, maybe she is kind of black.
Y'all should do a record. Y'all might go hard with that one right there, man. Yeah. This world is crazy. I mean, you guys got invited to the White House, man. Like,
We both did. Yeah. But Mike got first, so I didn't end up going. But, you know, real shit, though, Mike is the one that needs to go because I actually just hate all those people.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'd be on.
He's not into politics.
Yeah. I wouldn't meet Bloomberg, though.
I'm not into politics. I'm into discussion, and I'm into the reality of you know, the world. But I do not feel particularly comfortable in a room full of professional politicians. Mike, on the other hand, can maneuver in that.
I don't know how'd you get involved with that? Like you're like
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
So you must deal with.
I just ain't lived the same narrative other black people around the country have lived. Like I've lived, black politics and black business worked where I'm from. So just like a kid who grows up in fucking Vermont will be interested in local politics. Because he's empowered. I'm empowered. I'm from Atlanta, so why wouldn't I be involved in politics?
He became like a hero when he cursed out Bill O'Reilly, man. He called him, he's full of shit or something.
He is full of shit.
Like an outhouse.
Like a fucking
isn't it funny how the most simplest truth turns people into heroes? You know what I mean? Like, hey.
Yo, I was vying to get on the show, man. Like, I wanted to, go on there and knock his ass off in a debate. And then the next week, he fucks it up by having it come out he beat his wife. So
wasn't
I know he'll never.
Wasn't Cam was on it, right?
Yeah, Cam and Dame. Cam and Dame. Should have just been Cam. Like Dame was like really trying to rationalize. Cam just would have clowned him. But I was gonna go in there and cut his throat like Ice-T did on Oprah back in the day.
That's crazy.
But he turns out you're a fucking woman beater. Doesn't listen to rap, Bill. Yeah. There you go, cocksucker. Tech's one of the funniest human beings.
I met him because I smoke with him too. He's
man,
crazy.
Tech be talking mad shit to me, man. He be eating my wife's cooking and sit at the table talking because he be in our home like. But you gotta let your artist be fully human, and he's a sweetheart to his fans. He'll beat the shit out of bootlegger, but let your artist be all the way human, man. You'll get better art for it. So thank the Run the Jewel fans that let us do records like Early, Close Your Eyes, Count the Fuck, but we also do All Due Respect. This year, we iller than a nun and a cum shot getting double penetrated in a dope spot by two hard pipe hitting niggas on the orders. I'ma sell us to the soundtrack of Tupac. I beat you to a pulp, no fiction, town tuna flow, new jewels and Vincent. Blow marijuana smoke, no incense, exhale indicate face of innocent infants. Come to get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck about nothing in the world when I wrote
Tupac, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, and that came off a line where off the last album,
and then I got shit like, I'm gonna throw a killer, I will test you just like daddy fucking left you. It's all your fault, mommy's lonely. You're a burden, she needs rescue.
Hey, little guy, where's your mommy? Call me stepdad or Uncle Johnny. Here's $1, don't follow behind me. I'm about to go bang out mom and auntie.
Yeah, so, we're not here to lecture the world. But we're gonna say some shit if we want to say it, and we're
exactly.
We smoke way too much weed not to be funny. That's, we just smoke way too much weed not to make records that make us laugh. So
True, man.
We're never gonna be that.
But the lyrical content is serious, man. You guys don't play with the rap shit.
You gotta rap, man.
You guys actually brought rap back instead of all the easy
we rap
hooky shit and
gotta
dancing.
be rapping, man. Gotta be rapping.
Y'all always, when y'all came together, y'all planned to just bring this shit back. Like,
I mean,
we just plan on doing dope. First of all, we came together.
Is there a category for your style of whatever you guys created?
That's what they call it, dope. But when we came together, it was just like this motherfucker played the first beat, and I was like, I found my musical marriage. Like, it was just that simple. Like, wow. Like, I found who I'm supposed to be rocking with. And when we did our first record together, I was like, this motherfucker is, I better quit bullshit.
I mean, and we, the fact of the matter is we're like basically exactly the same age. So we grew up, he grew up in Atlanta, I grew up in New York, but we had all these interconnecting influences of records and shit that we loved, you know what I mean? That really brought us together, and we just liked each other. And then we did a couple of records together. Like I was on his record on a song called Butane. I rapped on, which I produced too. But that was the first time that we actually rapped together on a record. He returned a favor on my album, which was Cancer for Cure, that came out like a week later.
Wow,
Tougher, Cold to Killer. Then we toured together, and we were doing those jams. As we toured as individuals, but together, and we did those jams on stage every night, and we were having so much fun. By the time this shit came around to Run the Jewels, it was really just a little project I was working on just to do some music. And Mike was like, "I'll jump on that shit," and it just turned into a whole group album. So, and then that's when everything just went ape shit because people liked the combination,
And Run the Jewels 3, man. Can I see like Nas or Outkast? I know you got.
We're not going to say anything because we don't know yet. But trust me, we
asked though. Like, I mean, the people not like we asked those people in particular, but just know that if we are around someone that we respect, we've asked. Like Big Boy jumped on because we called him and just asked. Zach was fucking jumping out of the juice bar. He saw Zach. We asked. So just we're going to ask our friends and people we respect So hopefully so. But if not, we still gonna crush the motherfucking world.
Yeah.
That ain't changing.
What's the deal with Outkast? You ever infiltrated their sessions or anything like that? What the hell are these guys doing, man? Dressing crazy and stuff like that? What are they doing?
Man, I just want them to I want them to fucking put out another record, and whenever they want to do it, I don't give a fuck they do it now or 10 years from now. I just want them to never stop touring like the Rolling Stones. I don't really care what else. They ain't even never got to drop another record. I just would love to see an Outkast festival every year and an Outkast tour, just because I saw Tip bring his son to the Outkast show.
Oh wow,
the money, the money's the one.
Yeah, he's crazy. He was they were all here last week.
Exactly. I like the fact that I've taken my sons and daughter to Outkast concerts. Like, I like Outkast as a musical bar for hip hop, because we need a big band in that world,
And I just want to see in Run the Jewels 3 that Outkast is going to be on the album. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well,
trust me, the second that if that ever happens, you will know.
Drake keeps popping up at our shows.
Wow!
Shout out to Drake.
Yeah, he called us. He missed Bonnaroo, but I think he's going to pop up. And shouts out to Torn, because he's probably been our biggest supporter.
100%.
Yeah.
And he took.
He was pissed he wasn't on Run the Jewels 2.
Wow.
But we are on his new project. He has a new project coming out called Big Grams. So look for us on there with him.
Yep.
I got a Ron Mills question here. This is my boy, right? You know Ron Mills for 30 years.
Yes, we do.
You're about to head out to Delaware, which is another big festival. What's the top 3 festival that you guys went crazy for that you really enjoyed? The top 3 show, the top 3 shows, right?
That we've done together.
And you were like, oh shit, this is crazy. Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta listen.
I do my 3, or we gonna do them together?
I mean, I'll say one, and you can say one. I think I speak for both of us when we say that Coachella was pretty magical.
That was on my list. Absolutely,
pretty incredible. What else you got?
I got Bonnaroo, because it is in the South. It is dirty and it's grimy, but boy, that crowd was fucking amazing.
And then I would like to say the first festival that we did together as Run the Jewels, when the record wasn't even fully out yet, but we got a huge response, and it was kind of crazy, was Roskilde Festival.
I got scared. I thought you were going to talk about when I got high in Washington State and forgot the whole album.
No.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
Was fucked. The only other one I would say was I was Primavera fucked me up this year.
Wow.
Primavera
that's
fucked
a
me
big
up. Like,
one,
we
too.
looked
Primavera
out and seen 25,000 people.
That's big.
Yeah, so I will. And we've had big audiences before, but when we stepped out on that stage, because we've both done it without each other. When we stepped out there together.
Wow.
I think when I did Primavera, there must have been 4,000 people in front of me, right? 5,000, something
when
like
I
that.
did, I had a righteous 7. I did it on the same stage as
But now I had 25,000.
Yeah, that shit fucked up.
It's been getting big, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit,
like, we've got a reputation now for putting a decent show on. And,
we work hard.
We work hard at it.
If we ever really get in shape like the G Unit, it's on.
Look at me, man. I'm decent,
I see your nephew hitting them sprints.
Working out.
$500 sneakers.
Set? Niggas is hard out
Yeah,
here,
we
man.
fuck around, don't get we get fitness trainer for like 9 months. Boy.
I have 6 packs, man. But the last question is Run the Jewels groupies. Well, who are they?
We're wifed up, man. We're not allowed to even know.
Your workers. Your workers get head. You're like, come on, man.
I will say, for a hardcore rap group, man, you never think it's like that many pretty girls.
Tattoos.
But man,
Run the Jewels tattoos.
It is straight up pretty girls on the front row. Like, it is it's like the height of Wu-Tang.
And
remember
for
when
what
you
it's worth, being in the front row of a Run the Jewels show can be a little trying.
Tough. Those women are tough, man.
Get the fuck out
that
of
shit
here,
they be moshing, man. The prettiest girls just be. Yeah, so I will say that. But we got wives.
Jesus Christ, man. Due to the fact you're in politics, hopefully you vote for me and Walker, man. We're running for that presidency, man. We better try to take over, man.
Yo, man, shouts out to you and Walker, man. Shouts out. I want to see that shit happen, man.
We're going to the White House, too, man. Fuck that, man.
Let's do it. Walker!
We're out of here. In your mouth.